Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans. The basketball game is over, Connar. How'd it turn out? Excellent. That's the perfect answer. All right, we are going to hop back into our combat sequence here. And we are going to roll initiative.
Excellent.
Zen rolls a 12, Arlen rolls a 10. Shag has yet to roll. No, he rolled a 4. You rolled a 4. Okay.
Oh.
Yes. For some reason, the thingy was all borked and had the wrong numbers on it.
Perfect.
And our friendly little gnome rolls at 3, meaning Shag goes first.
Then I'm not on the thing. I don't see.
You're not on the thing?
Turn order.
Oh, whoa! It's not showing up. Okay, let me fix that. How is Arlen not showing up on the turn order?
I don't think I clicked
There
my
we go.
token when I rolled it. Yeah, there we go.
Fixed. So Shag, you're the first one to go.
He's a spellcaster. I thought I got a pretty good stab off on him. Like, it felt good.
Mm-hmm.
This has me worried that he's not dead.
Mm-hmm. You did get a good stab. You know that stab would take down Zen, even.
Yeah. I'm not liking that. So I'm gonna try and go for another stab. I don't know if this will be another assassinate or not, but I'm just gonna roll a d20.
I think as long as Zen is still holding him down and pinning him, we can call it an assassinate. That's fine with me.
Okay.
You're gonna stab him again, so you shank him one more time. Go ahead and roll me d4 plus 4.
4 plus 4. Doop-a-doo.
8 points of damage. He's still
Also would
up.
have taken that Zen.
Yep.
I've killed 2 Zens.
Yep.
You could have killed the party.
Yes, I could have killed the party.
Yes, Neal revealed that the gnome somehow has like 28 HP.
Yep.
28,
And
goddamn it.
our collective HP in the party is 14.
Yep. The gnome has twice the HP of the whole party.
Yep.
Yep.
Now he
so
has
you
just slightly less HP than the whole party.
Right. So you stab him through again, ripping out the blade, and the gnome goes, ah! Suffering horribly from the blow. It's his turn. He's going to try and throw Zen off. So he struggles to free himself. Natural 18 on the die roll. And what I say, he had 9 strength. So a 27, Zen. You got to beat 27. The gnome frees himself and fucking bolts, screaming.
Attack of opportunity!
Yes, you get it. But he runs, screaming, the golems are loose! The golems are loose! Run!
God, right.
Go ahead and get a regular attack on him, Zen. Shag at +2 for back attack, because he's just bolting. 10 is just barely a hit. Roll me 1d4 for damage.
Hell yeah.
2 points of damage. Right.
He has the same HP as me now.
He is fine.
Everything is fine.
He's fine. He runs out the door screaming, the golems! Arlen, it's your turn.
I'm gonna move, like, pick something up and like move to the door and just throw it at him because that's.
Oh. You grab like a heavy golden goblet or like a lead goblet from a table, run out the door and just chuck it at him. Give me a roll to hit. Holy
Nice.
shit.
All
You
right.
get +2 for back attack, so it's actually a 19. Still not enough to crit. Oh, do you have a
Okay.
+1 in there from something? Do you have high dex or?
No. Or no.
No?
I don't.
Okay. Alright, you just hit him in the back of the head. Give me
Okay.
D3 for damage. 2.
All right, Neal, I got a question for you.
Yep.
I don't got a sling, but I got sling bullets. Can I?
You want to throw your sling bullet at him without the sling?
Yeah.
Alright, give me an attack roll. You won't get sling range, but we'll just say, you know, you can chase after him. He moves at half your speed, so you can close and throw.
So I get +2 from back attack, right?
Yeah. 1 for level. Are they +3 bullets?
They're +2 bullets. I got +1 from dex as well.
Oh, okay. 10 is exactly what you need to hit the gnome.
What does sling bullets do for damage?
D... They're D6 when they're fired from a sling. I'm gonna give you like D3, like regular rock damage, plus whatever magic is on the bullet.
4.
Oh god, he's alive, but just barely. He's at 2 HP, stumbling on the ground, getting hit in the back of the head with rocks and sling bullets.
Maybe it's a rock golem. It's a rock golem.
I guess we'll roll initiative for this next round as the gnome desperately struggles to get away. Oh, he rolls terribly. Oh my god, you're all rolling terribly.
Hold on, 3.
I'll go.
All right, Zen, you're the first one up.
Fucking another sling bolt.
Oh my god, you clear by 10, double damage. 2d3 plus 2. And there's no way he's gonna survive this one. The gnome hits the floor of the forest outside with a soft thud.
Excellent.
Man, these rocks, man. We've taken out every single person with a rock.
Just chunked rocks and killed everything. No, Neal. Everyone has spells. Everything can be blown up in the fireball, but it goes down to fucking pebbles being chucked at.
You've stoned the gnome. That's what you've done, and he's dead now, or dying, bleeding to death. What do you guys want?
I'm gonna go drag his
stuff.
body back inside. Make sure it's like a little less suspicious.
Yeah, you can head back inside. Did you say you'd bring his body inside?
Yeah, bring it.
Sure.
And
You bring.
I'm gonna start looking for 2 things. 1, all my shit. I guess collectively all our shit. And 2, how did he make these golems?
Well, you do gather your shit. It's in the room, the room downstairs, the second room on the right. And down there are also a bunch of golems that seem to be inactive. You can't tell if they are husks waiting to be golemized or if they are active golems that are just like inactive.
I'm not trying to find out.
But you would have to enter into the room to get your
I'm
stuff.
not trying to find out if they're active by like trying to
We're not
act.
gonna poke them with sticks.
Okay, so you're just gonna walk down and grab your stuff then. Okay, cool. You head on down and grab your stuff. None of the golems seem to act or move or do anything of the sort. They're just there. As for how this stuff goes on, you're not really sure. There's a magic circle engraved in the ground here, and a whole bunch of other stuff, and a small pile of bodies, one of which definitely looks like Jimmy.
No.
That's
Is he dead?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, super
Okay.
fucking dead.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
look for like any notes he might have taken.
There is a table right next to these 4 golems that are lined up against the wall. And on it, in like a, what do you call this? Like an inside of an abalone shell, just like resting on the table. Don't ask why I have an abalone shell, I just do. Is a like a gelatin capsule. It's like a sphere about, I don't know, maybe 1.5 inches in diameter. That's sort of like gooey to the touch.
That's just what he has.
That's the most interesting thing here. Now, sure, there's like hammers and nails and chisels and all sorts of things and piles of dust on the ground and broken glass over here and glass panes over there. But this is the one thing that draws your eye because it's like on the middle of this table right next to these golems in sort of like a place of reverence in this bowl so it can't roll away or anything like that. With nothing else nearby, it's an oddity that draws your eye.
Neato. I'll take the shell and with the thingo in it.
Okay, the thing is, you know, it looks like it's like a water balloon or a gel capsule or something. Like it looks fragile, so you might want to be careful with it.
Oh yeah, of course I'm going to be careful with it.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Their soul or something, probably,
Yeah,
right?
it's probably somebody's soul or something. And then I'm going to continue looking to see if he had like I'm going to look for a spell book.
Yeah, you find down here are all sorts of books. It looks like the gnome's collection of notes. Of course, notes is spelled Gnotes on the book.
Very well.
It all needs to be burned.
Well, before he burns that, I'm gonna like try and figure out like how he did what he did, or what he was doing, what the gel thing actually does, what it is, and I'm gonna read his notes and figure out like that thing that I just grabbed was it.
Yeah, sure. The notes are long and complicated. It's many volumes. It'll take probably days to search through it and make sense of all of his gibberish. So it's probably not a do it right now task.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do though? Like, you've defeated the gnome? Is the golem threat gone? Are you responsible for stopping the golems? After all, you were only here to see what happened to Jimmy.
Nah, it's not our problem.
Let's just keep that door locked, the dungeon door locked. We still got a golem here.
There's a wild nail golem. It's fine. Let's just shut the door.
Shut the door. It can't figure it out.
You know, that's better than what the Hardcore Heroes group did, you know? So, good job from you guys for at least trying to contain the golem threat.
And, after we get his notes, gonna go look for all his valuable shit.
Yeah, I want to look for my spellbook, and maybe his spellbook, if he has one.
Yeah, he does have this large collection of notes, and I think maybe all three of you find different segments of his spell books, and they're all, you know, the notes flow together in a very linear fashion. Like, here's the book from 1507, here's the book from 1508, and every year he's got a whole new book, and it's a nice big collection of them, and you guys can fight and argue or work together over who gets what, if you want.
I mean, Zen's totally willing to share spells, so... Zen is an avid believer in knowledge for everyone. He'll totally teach a 8-year-old girl a fireball if need be.
Only fair.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I'll share spells if there's some first level spells I can learn. Maybe I'll give you hypnosis if you want that one. That was a pretty good spell.
I don't know what I can learn.
Probably knows all of them.
I don't think I know hypnosis, but regardless.
Good spell, man.
I think we need to head out. Like, I think we just grab all the notes and head back to tell the little girl her...
Or any magic stuff, maybe? Like, I don't know, can somebody cast detect? I guess that's a prepared spell or something, right?
Yeah, you'd have to have it memorized ahead of time.
Okay.
So are you guys just gonna grab all of his notebooks and just fuck off into the middle of the night?
I may set fire to the place.
Yeah, we're definitely going to scour the place for something valuable.
I mean, did we find our...
You find all of your stuff, yeah. Your notebooks, all of your equipment, everything. It looks like the gnome opened everything and like went through it out of curiosity, but it's all still there. I guess if you guys had any cash on you, it's been added to his cash pile.
I take all my cash back.
Did he have any extra?
Yes, his cash pile is the sum of your cash, so you can just keep it on your character sheet if you want, plus another 500 pieces of copper specifically, and 500 pieces of silver, and 100 pieces, 50 pieces of gold. And I don't know how you want to split that up, but okay.
Well,
It basically has-
obvious. We ignore the copper,
Okay.
and then it's basically 60 gold worth.
Yeah.
Because, no wait, 500 silver?
That's
50.
Yeah.
Okay, 50.
So 50, so 100. Yeah.
So everyone gets
100 gold, 2 total.
Whatever, someone take an extra gold.
I'll take that extra gold.
Okay. 30, yeah, so 33 gold. Okay.
All right. Everyone's got some money. Perfect. And now what? You just grab all of his books and burn the house down?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Well, I think between the 3 wizards, you can set a fire.
I mean, I think I'll just place.
He doesn't have any
bomb down on the ground, Neal. I've never gotten to use one of these, so I'm just gonna place the bomb on the ground once we've looted everything.
I mean, just in case he didn't have any, like, obviously, magical equipment or anything. I mean, he probably has magical golem making stuff, but any obviously valuable non-golem making equipment?
Correct. Well, yeah, you know what? There's a spyglass here. That's pretty valuable. That's worth like 10,000 copper or something.
That's worth 1,000 gold, I'm pretty sure.
It's expensive, yeah. This is a spyglass.
All right, boys, we're retiring.
It's worth 50,000 copper for a single spyglass. So that's here. That's the big haul, I suppose.
500 gold.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
we take the object.
All right.
Then
And set the house on fire.
Yep.
No, hold on. I set the bomb on the ground, put a rag in it, light the end of the rag so it's like a wick, and then just shock it at the house. I'm pretty sure it explodes in like a 15-foot radius.
All right. It does. And the house goes up in flame.
Yep. Run!
And as you
Yeah,
guys...
we're definitely running.
As you guys run into the night, through the little village, out of the tavern, which is still lit from the inside, pops a young man, the barkeeper from earlier, who's cleaning out a glass and steps into the road and goes, "Nash, is that you? What's going on with your house? Why is it on fire?"
I yell out, the golems are loose.
Oh my god! And he quickly runs back inside. Let me give him a charisma check. He does not recognize that your voice is not Nash's. And he just runs back inside the tavern.
Okay.
And I think you guys just run past him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. You flee. You can make it back to Berkshire this evening if you so desire. Or this night.
Yes. Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
That sounds good.
All right. You make your way back to Berkshire. Let me check for random encounters, but it's only a few hour walk. Nope, no random encounters along the way. That evening, that night, late at night, you find your way back to Shenanigans. It is still open.
Always is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess technically sometimes it closes, but never when we need it to be open. It's always open when we need it to be.
You know, unless we're suddenly sitting in there and then Desmond just comes in and kicks us out.
Yeah. As you get back to Shenanigans, you can see that it's a lively little place. That same halfling band from earlier, Lutes and Lyres, is killing it. There's all sorts of people in the tavern watching Lutes and Lyres, and that little girl is here as well. She's sitting near the bar, talking with Layla, the other Layla. And
God, no.
yeah, the two Laylas now. And they're just chatting about whatever when you come in, and the new Layla hops off her seat and comes over to you and goes, "Oh, Jimmy?
Got some bad news.
You didn't find Jimmy.
No, we did.
We did.
You didn't
Got
want to come
turned
home?"
We found
Get
his
turned
body.
into
I
a
put
golem.
my hand on her shoulder and just say, "I'm sorry." That gnome was turning human lives into golems. We found his body.
She says
And
very
the
little.
golem.
She says very little, and then
If it makes you feel any better, he won't be doing it again.
Yeah, we killed the gnome.
good. Good.
He was a lively little bastard. Frontline wizard tank.
She sighs and goes, "Okay, well, thank you. Do I owe you something?"
No.
Zen says no, and Shag's like,
Okay. She leaves the tavern, leaving you guys here with these people. Yeah,
Neato.
Neato burrito. Did we finish today's quest?
I think we
It's a
did.
little. It's only been 2.5 hours though. This is way too early to finish our quest.
Really.
So you need to.
Do something.
Maybe he survived. You guys. Oh, you did drag his body back in when it was set on fire, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I
It's not
made
like he can
sure
wake
he
up in the
was dead.
forest a few days later.
No, I made sure he was dead.
Okay. How do we throw more monkey wrenches into this plan?
It was the little girl all along.
Oh, dun dun dun.
Oh, I mean, we did the quest.
You did the quest, but
I feel like we should tell the sheriff about this. There was a.
Yeah, probably. Okay.
Yeah, there's in case people want to know about. I mean, because the golems are legitimately loose right now, right? They're master.
That's not
we put the house down.
There's
Yeah,
other.
but there were golems working out in the fields or something.
That's true. The fields are covered in golems.
But I mean, if their entire job is to just take care of the fields, I guess they're not a threat. That town just could have an endless workforce. Good for them.
Yeah. I mean, little do you know that the town is only golems and that the innkeeper was the only living person left in there and everyone else was a golem.
Yeah,
but they can continue to work forever by themselves.
They just produce an endless amount of food. Someone discovers
that just like sits and rots slowly.
Yeah, someone comes in, actually realizes, wait a minute, this is endless food. I can just live like a king.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's like if everyone on the world died, there would still be spam bots posting on the internet until power died.
Yeah.
That's basically what that village is. It's the spam bots that are just harvesting automatically.
Well, power would die.
Oh, hold on. The innkeeper's there. The innkeeper can live a good life.
That's true. The innkeeper will just be like, he'll be good. Not that guy, but he'll be good.
The like poisoning, kidnapping, murdersome, allied with an evil gnome innkeeper.
Yeah, maybe we should have killed him.
Nah.
Yeah, whatever.
Is he not responsible?
Oh, he's definitely responsible, but he actually doesn't have any control over those golems.
Right.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah.
But he did poison you guys, right?
Oh, he did, and he's gonna die sometime.
I mean, we got an hour and a half. Do you want to kill him right now?
Yeah.
I mean, why not, right?
We would probably want to rest.
We just regain spells.
Recovery.
Yeah. All right. So you guys pass the night here in Shenanigans and wake up refreshed late the next morning. The sun is up. The tavern down below is empty again. It's just you guys and that same group of dwarves. You're not even sure they've moved since the last time you were here.
Dear God, they're golems.
I would also actually would want to talk to the sheriff about this, to maybe see if we can get a reward or something, or like maybe like the kingdom might want to know about such a threat.
Yeah, that's a valid. Yeah.
Maybe we can also get a reward for taking out the innkeeper.
So how are you gonna go about this?
Murder.
Murder.
Yep.
Or maybe we could just take over the town. Like maybe how do we know how automated these golems are? Right. This could be
a good point.
Does that become our? Is there a right of conquest or something here? I don't know.
But what if they do actually like go crazy and then we get tasked with destroying all the golems? I feel like that'd take a lot of time.
What if they do get loose?
And a lot of effort to take care of. Like, oh shit, we'd have to go use all our spells on like one guy, run the fuck away for a day, come back the next day, do it again.
Yeah.
We could just take out the innkeeper first, I would say, and then I don't know if the golems are gonna do anything. Like, they weren't hostile otherwise.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And how would they know that we're the one that killed the gnome?
They don't.
As far as the
these are automatons basically, so I don't think they, unless there's like a guard order or something. I don't know.
Sure. All right.
Right.
Yeah, we can go back, kill the innkeeper.
All right. So you head back that same day?
Yeah.
No. After we sleep and remember spells.
Okay. So it's the next morning. You guys have rested. You've rememorized spells.
We could bring him in, make him confess to his crimes. And
bring him to justice,
know.
And I could still get to stab him anyway.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think we just are on a mission to capture the innkeeper now and make him confess to his crimes to the sheriff.
That might work.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys head back towards the little town to get our forest music.
Buy some rope.
Good. You have rope. It costs an amount of money, but you're very wealthy, so we don't have to worry about...
I paid 8 gold. That's probably more than required.
I think you got silk rope with 8 gold.
Okay. That's
Very
good.
nice
I
rope.
can't carry that much.
Yeah. All right, you guys head back to the village, and sure enough, it's just as before. There's the same scarecrow and the same automatons that stop what they're doing and stare at you unmovingly.
Why is there even a scarecrow if there are people working in the fields 24/7?
Who
Why
knows?
don't you go take a look at the scarecrow? Get closer.
No.
Let's fireball the scarecrow.
Do you?
Don't.
Oh,
No.
No. Don't do that. No.
Does any of the golems look particularly armed or dangerous or have weapons?
Nope.
are any of them made of boards with spikes going through them?
Nope. Nope. These are all
Scarecrow,
flesh golems.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you guys just want to like
Speak.
immediately go in? I feel like we want to go in guns a blazing here. Like we we see the because this guy's obviously in on it, so we should like immediately just take him out and then before he can do anything.
Yep, I'll walk in sleeping.
All right. So you guys get to the inn. There it is. The what do we call it? The gnome's nose. Right. Both with with the yeah.
No, the gnome isn't spelled with a G.
There's no G in the gnome, but there's a G in front of the nose, and it's exactly the gnome's nose, or gnome's nose. Anyway, you open the door. There's the barkeep. He looks up, polishing a glass, and begins to say, "Hey, how's it going, travelers?" When realization dawns on who you are, and the sleep spell goes off, and the innkeeper just topples to the ground because he doesn't get a saving throw. But you do have to roll greater than 1 on 2d4.
Would you like me to do so?
Oh yeah. Damn it, you got it.
No.
You did it.
Good
So
job.
impressed.
I'm gonna go search for the poison.
I'm going to tie him up.
Okay.
Yep.
You
with
tie
an
him up.
excessive amount of rope.
Excellent. Shag, you find a shit. Do you have any poisoners proficiencies or anything like that?
I have rope use.
Okay, but you don't have a toxicology proficiency or
No.
anything. Okay. So,
think-
as a rogue, you're sort of just generally familiar with the concepts of poisons. You may not have like a working,
I
detailed
don't know
knowledge
exactly
of
what they are.
them.
But it's like that kind of looks like poison.
Yeah, there are these
alcohol.
two things that you've seen before. One of them you quickly identify as mandrake root. It's a well-known sedative. It can't kill you, but it'll definitely make you sleepy or drowsy for maybe an hour or so. And you find a whole bunch of that here, along with a couple of other things in this same little lockbox that also look like they could be dangerous. You can only identify mandrake root, but there are others, and there are 20 doses of mandrake root here.
All right.
Yeah,
Well-
I definitely want some of those if we're gonna split it. I don't know if you want any Nick.
All right, we're gonna
Split
leave the mandrake root, like as
Really?
the obvious. No, like leave it as in turn that in as evidence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
the rest we're totally taking for ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not interested in poison.
Not interested in poison.
Even though I could create gallons of it, but I'd poison myself.
Yeah, that's probably bad.
Probably that.
Although could easily do that with the sleeping one.
Yeah, because then
Just-
what? Who cares if you fall asleep? You can just create endless sleeping poisons. Fantastic. Just make sure you trust the people near you when you're creating it.
Yeah.
Or just do it alone in
Yeah.
a room.
That's true.
Keep
drink
face planting.
Is there like a cache? I don't know what the lockbox or something.
yeah. There's a
Yeah,
separate
I like-
lockbox filled with cash. So I think while Shag is like, ooh, poisons, Arlen's like, ooh, cash.
Then I'm like, I wish I got
The cash box has like 100 copper pieces. It's got 100 silver pieces. It's got 5 gold pieces. But it also has 30 steel pieces or iron pieces, which you can add to your character sheet too.
Oh.
You can just have those.
Yeah, you're not taking them?
So 30 iron, it says. So yeah,
I'm
I'll
not
take 10
interested
of them.
in splitting like 5 gold.
It's like iron. How much is iron? Is iron the same as gold?
No, it's 2. We so rarely use
Pretty
iron.
sure iron is like half the price of gold.
I think it's half a gold.
Okay, got it.
It is iron. God, iron is a quarter of a gold.
Okay.
You keep changing it and just making it worse and worse, Neal.
No, it's here. It's on the converter. It's been here for ages. I'm gonna put it in Twitch chat. It's been here for ages. It's 25 copper to the iron.
Okay.
So it's 2.5 silver.
How much gold it was?
There's 5 gold, 10 silver, or 100.
All right.
100.
There's 10 gold worth of silver.
100 silver, 5 gold.
Okay.
30 iron, 20 iron. I've already forgotten.
30 iron.
30 iron. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So I guess we got this guy. Let's tie him up and then take him out.
Sure.
Well, I guess I'll take all of the iron then.
I thought Arlen took it all. No.
I'll take half of it. So I took 15 of it.
All right, cool. I'll take the other 15.
You guys get this guy. Who's strong enough to carry an unconscious man?
You can drag him.
Probably brought
Sure.
my donkey Blinky this time.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So you put him over the donkey. You start to walk out when you notice one of these golems carrying a stack full of firewood, walking down the road directly to you.
Cool. And so also we took the other unidentified poisons as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's avoid that thing.
You give it a wide berth.
Guess it doesn't go after you. You just ignore the golem and it ignores you, and you peacefully exit the village.
Because we're not trying to start a fight.
You're not trying to start a fight. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. You successfully escaped the village with the golem and the poisons and the money. And oh no, not with the golem, with the innkeeper and the poisons and the money. And you make your way back to Shenanigans. How long does sleep last?
I mean, he's tied
5
up.
rounds per
Like,
level.
I got like 50 feet of rope that's just wrapped around him.
And I've got
Right.
rope use.
So he's unconscious for at least half an hour or about half an hour. And at that point, on your way back to Shenanigans, he wakes up on the back of a donkey and starts talking. Hey guys.
Hey,
Hi.
how's it going?
Hi.
So how many people have you gotten with that before, huh?
Look, man. He made me do it. He made me do it. He has my son.
Your son's
No, he
probably dead.
Yeah, your
There's
son's
no one
probably
alive
dead.
in his house.
Your son's probably one of those golems.
The sound of a man who's always known the truth but has denied it to himself for a long time comes from the innkeeper.
It's okay, don't worry. We aren't your executioners this day.
Oh, you're not?
Nor are we the jury. Nor are we
you
the
the-
judge.
Oh,
But I'm
okay.
judging
We are the
fuck.
capturers.
So you're gonna let me go then, right? Because I'm an
gonna
innocent
let
victim
you
in this
go.
too.
Yeah, we're gonna let you go in the
What can you tell me about the golems? Do you have any? The gnome's dead, by the way. But is there any other way of controlling these golems?
No, the gnome controls them. Well, the
Okay,
gnome
that's good.
knows, he says. Also, he made me name the tavern that. I didn't want to. It's a terrible name.
Okay. At least that's one sin off your side.
Oh god, it was awful.
Don't worry. Sheriff McGruff's a good guy. I'm sure he won't take too much of a bite out of you.
He was here, not of his own free will, I guess. So maybe.
Right? Right?
Yeah, maybe only like a decade.
Maybe if you give some information, if you help people out a little bit, the sheriff, they'll let you off.
All right. Well, you guys bring him back into town and to the sheriff headquarters where there's McGruff. No, that's not his name. It's McBoof, right?
McBoof.
McGruff is the actual canine sheriff who takes a bite out of crime and prevents kids from doing drugs. Good old McGruff. Yeah, so you bring the guilty-ish innkeeper to McBoof. He takes a look at him and goes, all right, what's this guy done?
So, about 4 hours north of here, there's this nice little village. And in that village, there were two people, this guy and a gnome. And the gnome was hiring people. They'd go there. He'd lock them up in his basement, and then he would steal their soul and then turn them into a golem. And this guy was his accomplice.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that's what we said when the gnome tried to do that to us.
Jesus Christ. I gotta get out of this town. You know, I just came here to be a sheriff, and the weirdest shit keeps happening. You know, a couple months ago, some skeletons chased me around the town for like 6 hours.
I heard about that. That's kind of funny. It's one of my favorite stories.
And you know, we had a dog catcher here who was like a murderer and an arsonist.
Did he murder dogs?
Dogs and people and all sorts of shit. And our fire marshal also was like an arsonist and a murderer. There's so many murderers and killers and troublemakers in this town. I feel like I need to retire.
You're gonna have the best stories.
I get paid the same amount. You know, the previous sheriff only lived in this town for a couple of months before he died? Before he was murdered?
Yeah, you look like you're doing pretty good for yourself, though.
I don't know, man. Sometimes I ask myself what the point is. We're all just gonna get murdered by some random, I don't know. Remember when the dragons came to town and started having sex all over the place? Yeah, they crushed a building. I could have been in there. I could have been killed by dragon sex. It's the worst.
That is a pretty bad way to go. When the fuck did that happen?
A couple of years ago and a couple of months ago.
What kind of dragons were these?
Bronze, brass, silvers, all the fucking dragons. And I do mean that literally.
Okay.
Like every single.
They were all
dramatic.
They're getting it on, and it's messy, and it's loud. Tell me about it. It is loud.
I just realized everyone's having sex, and then that one ancient red dragon down in the basement's just the basement dwelling guy having none of it. A party's being hosted at his house, and he's just in the basement trying to ignore it.
The primitive noise canceling headphones over his head. Digging a pit deeper and just kind of putting his head inside. Yeah. That's why the red dragon lives in the basement below the church. He just can't handle everyone else. He went down there to hide from it one time and just got stuck.
He's just super antisocial.
Yeah.
God.
All right. Innkeeper. Is what these people say true? And the innkeeper doesn't say anything.
We also found this, and I pull out the mandrake. And this was in his tavern. Drugged him up with that. I think he drugged us up with that, but I don't think he put
he put me to sleep when he served me ale.
Do you guys want to? One of you want to give me a charisma check to try and persuade the innkeeper to confess?
Yeah, sure. I'll say, listen, try to go easy on this guy.
I can make him tell the truth.
Hold on. I'm just going to say to McBoof, try to go easy on this guy. He apparently knew his son was captured by the gnome, and the gnome was telling him to work with him. He's kind of an unwilling accomplice.
I see.
And then I'm going to tell the guy, just admit to it and try to get a light sentence, buddy.
Let's get that charisma check. It's a good thing. I'll give you a +2 because that was pretty well reasoned and sound.
What's my charisma?
6.
Yes, it is.
6? Wow.
Nope.
So he's looking at you, Zen, but you're just not blinking at him. And this cold sweat begin to roll down his head, and under his breath he goes, "Oh my God, Sheriff, It's a golem. This one right here, before me. Look, he's not blinking.
No, I just...
He's a golem too. He's just an advanced one. Get him, Sheriff, get him. And he's gonna make a charisma check to convince the Sheriff. 11 plus 3d6 is 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, he's only got 6 charisma? All right, so he rolls a 17.
We're both equally bad in charisma.
And the Sheriff is like, what the fuck is happening to my town? Oh my God.
Listen, I've been here for years, all right?
Sure.
It's not
I
me.
don't think I've ever seen you, though, McBoof says, leaning in closely. You've been here for years. How come I've never seen you?
How often do you go to the bar?
Okay, Zen can close his eyes, so he does, and then reopen.
You do it exactly like that, like.
Yes, just like...
I am blinking.
All right, Mr. Zuckerberg. Okay, you're a real person. Sure, sure, sure. All right. Well, should we throw him in the river? Is that what we want to do with him? Maybe set him go.
We're not the judge, jury, executioner. That's you.
All right, I'll take care of it. Thanks for bringing this guy to justice. He throws him in a jail cell, and he'll figure out what to do with him later.
Okay.
All right. So, why don't we've got a little bit of time here. Why don't we do some about town things? We know Shag has a very specific plan of something he wants to do, which we will definitely get to. But does anybody else have something that they want to do with their character? Let's start with Arlen. What does Arlen want?
I would say I would want to figure out some of these notes for this golem thing. That sounds like a powerful ability here that I might want to let people know about. I would also I probably have some way of contacting kind of people in my organization, so I might want to let them know about this.
Okay. So it looks like you're going to be pouring over those notes with Shag. What is Zen? Does Zen have anything he wants?
Oh, Zen just gets drunk. Like, more drunk than usual.
Oh my God. Is he accidentally going to throw a fireball around? Is that how Zen goes out? Drinking and shenanigans, gets a little bit too drunk and blows up the bar?
No, Zen's been, like, knows how to hold his booze. He's just getting real drunk with it.
Okay. So, Shag and Arlen are taking a look through these books, trying to figure out the key to these things. I'd like both of you to make me an intelligence check.
Excellent.
All right, I can do that.
Bet you can. 17 intelligence. Yeah, so you're both looking through this stuff, and it's quite clear. The gnome has laid out in very good detail. He's included an entire extra few pages in the first book as a table of contents, and there's little notes in the margins, and everything's well documented. It's extremely efficient. And it sort of spells out the process of how you take a person and then you sort of like squish out their humanity and just leave their willpower, and then you put it in another thing, and that thing has like willpower to move, but absolutely no sense of self or purpose. And it's not quite an undead because it's not like animated and living with a spirit and a fleshy body. It's more of just like a weird will force attached to lifeless thing. So it's not affected by any sort of like... It's definitely not undead. It's a construct, which is same, but different. Very different. So different, but same.
Similar idea.
Does it have like instructions on how controlling it works? Like who controls it?
The creator controls it specifically. And there's not really a way to transfer control. However, they can sometimes go crazy. If they take enough damage, and it's not clear what it is, but on taking some unknown amount of damage, there is a chance that the system goes haywire, and it just becomes a mindless killing machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good thing there's a town of them.
Is there instructions on use? Like how to use the gel thingy?
Yeah. You just take the gel thingy, and you smash it on an inanimate object that you want to animate.
The
and
entire
that's...
gel thingy.
Yep. So if you were, the example here is like, if you take a chair and you smush it with this gel, you'll have an animated chair. But of course, a chair has no moving parts, and so it wouldn't do anything. So the chair would just be useless, and you would have wasted an entire person. But if you attach it to like, you know, a scarecrow, its arms will move because it's got like actuated joints and things. So actually, you know, it won't. It's a weird magical thingy, so you gotta build something that can move on its own first.
Are you telling me that Scarecrow can't move? It's just like a Beyblade in a field?
That was just a regular Scarecrow.
Oh.
That was just a normal Scarecrow left over from before.
And then I guess it has instructions on how like, does it cost any, like, a bunch of expensive material components to
Ooh, the conditions on which you can create these like gel capsules of people's abilities and lives and, you know, wills is not in here. There is a section that says refer to book 37 on how to create these things, but the books that you pulled back are like 1 through 36 and 38 through 50 or whatever, and very specifically that one, excuse me, is not here.
Okay.
Nope.
How convenient.
Mm-hmm.
What about, did he have any other, did he have like a spell book with him?
Yes, he had a spell book. It surprisingly didn't have that many spells. I can give you a list of them though.
Okay.
Get ready to write shit down, okay? All right, we're gonna start with armor. And we're gonna go to read magic and detect magic. And we're gonna do detect poison, detect secret passages. We're gonna take Fist of Stone, identify. I'm sorry, there's no Fist of Stone. That's a fucking cleric spell, isn't it?
Yeah.
I accidentally had all of my... I was looking at all spells instead of just wizard spells.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like detect undead, you said, or something like that. I'm pretty sure
Detect secret passages. I think that's also a cleric spell. No, that's not a wizard spell. Never mind. That's fine. That's a wizard spell. That's real.
Fine.
Tensor's floating disc. That's it for first level spells. Second level spells include numbness. It includes Moon Rune. It includes Wall of Gloom and Wizard Lock. Third level spells are Squaring the Circle. Greeks would have loved that one. The spell Secret Page. The spell Non-Detection. Lesser Sign of Sealing. Hold Person. And that's it.
Excellent.
Okay.
That's interesting. Secret page, is that, maybe I'm gonna try like a detect magic on some of these books to see if he hid away any useful information with like the secret page spell.
Excellent. No, none of them have anything secret on them, but clever consideration. Okay. Why don't we take our last break right here, and when we come back, we'll sort out some things, because Shag's definitely got some shit he wants to do, and I'm sure you guys have some shit, and you've got money all of a sudden, and so we're going to take our break, and we'll be back on the other side with a little more shenanigans, and I'm going to go get some Jell-O.